Right, good morning, John, and good morning, everybody else. We are at Santa Barbara Airport, and this is our little aircraft. It seems our ghosts have already decided to get in the aircraft, which is fine. Then we can at least see what they look like as well. So, me and one passenger are going to take on this flight going all the way to Palm Springs today with the Cessna 182. I flew in here and landed earlier today, and I had a massive struggle to just get back into P3D. So if any of you guys who were here earlier were wondering what happened, that was just me trying to get P3D going again. Right, so without further ado, let's quickly go through all the formalities and get rid of all the covers and close our doors. Get rid of those ones, right. Loading. The loading was done just now, and I've checked the oil. Everything there seems fine, and if we go to our hangar, everything there is fine as well, like new. Right, just want to quickly prevent some fogging up of the windows here, and then I'll show you the actual flight plan, John, and you can have a look. Little nav map.
You.
Right, so you'll see it in a couple of seconds, but basically we're going to fly left to right from Santa Barbara. Our first stop is going to be the Big Bear City, Lima 35 Airport, which is high up in the mountains. I'm not sure if that is the actual Big Bear Lake, but it's right next to a lake, and if that's called Big Bear, that's probably the Big Bear Lake we're going to land at. And then the last stretch is a 31 nautical mile stretch just down to Palm Springs at the bottom, and that will take care of episode 3 for us. So I'm hoping we're going to have enough time to quickly do everything that we need to do. Let's just quickly check the weather here. We've got 360 at 3, so we can actually take off any which way we want. We're not flying online, so we're not in any caring mode for ATC or proper procedure. What we are going to do is we're going to climb to 9,500 feet. If you look at our elevation model at the bottom of that screen, you'll see that we are on the border of where we are supposed to be, and the red line is actually the minimum safe altitude. But we're going to disregard that. I have flown this route before, and I know that we turn to the left away from the peak just before we get there, so it's irrelevant to us. And that's about it. So we can actually get going. Going to prime the system a little bit, make sure we've got enough fuel in there, and we can crank it. Right. Now, the one thing with these aircraft, John, is you need to fly them properly. If you don't fly them properly, they bite you like a real aircraft. It's very much, what we call study level kind of. So you've got to do things right, otherwise something will break.
TOS system test OK.
I think we're just going to take off from runway 25. That's the closest runway we have here.
Nice short taxi.
Yeah. One of the things that was giving me issues earlier this morning was Ultimate Traffic Live. I don't see that it's been activated. I have to look into that. It's not a worry right now. I'm wondering if that wasn't part of the bigger picture, but at least we are in and it started up. So, all right, let's start our taxi.
Well, if the active sky didn't update correctly, surely it would continue with the older version.
It should, it should. But it's not the active sky that's giving me a problem. Sorry if I said that. It's actually ultimate traffic that was the problem. Sorry, John, if I misspoke there.
No. You did say
Uh,
ultimate traffic. I
uh,
forgot.
no worries. This Santa Barbara pleasantly surprised me. I've never used the scenery before during well, the week when I did the practice flight, just to see what it's about. It was the first time that I landed here, so this is like my third time at this airport. And I cannot tell you how much I like this place. This is an awesome piece of real estate, eh?
Very desirable place to live.
No, for sure, for sure.
I've travelled through Santa Barbara.
Okay. If you look at the picture from the top, you'll see there's a lot of space available for future developments. I mean, the airport is actually on a huge piece of land with very little development currently on it.
That's the thing about the US. There's that much space. They don't do anything small.
No, for sure not. So there we are at. So let me just give you a brief overview. Come on. So that's the main terminal, and that's where you'll find all the more heavier aircraft. And then you can see there it's got lots of room around the place. Lots of open space available for development. This is probably one of the coolest little fire stations I've seen in a long time, eh? I went and had a look there earlier. It's very, very well done.
Hopefully we have no need for them.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Liam.
Hey, Liam. Right, so just to put you guys in the picture, what's going to happen is I'm going to take off and I'll probably just continue the climb straight ahead. And at some point in time, I'm going to do like an orbit to climb higher so we can get over the cloud base. As far as I can see, the cloud base should be around about 2,000 to 3,000. According
Not
to the
much
meter.
more. That's fairly low by the look of it.
Yeah. So we're going to go through that and then climb to 9.5, which is what we're aiming for. But our first waypoint, this VOR that we need to latch onto, Romeo Zulu Sierra, that's right on top of the freaking mountain, and I think you need to be at about 6,500 feet to go over it. So we're currently at sea level, obviously, and that's going to take some doing to get over there. Liam, I'm actually okay, thank you. I had a bit of a
me too.
Yeah, I had a bit of an issue and a scare with P3D this morning. I did one flight and it bombed, and I just couldn't get back into it until now. So, done a bit of housekeeping. So far, so good. I'll tell you what, the graphics in P3D and the performance after this last update and with the new active sky is like mind-blowingly awesome compared to what it used to be.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm not selling it, I'm just saying.
Stop it.
It's not explained, you know that, but it's good for what it is. Wow. Yeah, I've got some of the video from inside the aircraft that I've seen. Also video from the Silver Falcons that accompany it from inside the aircraft. That's really cool, very spectacular.
Let me tell you, you're honoured the fact that I'm watching this because it's P3D.
I know, I'm blessed. Update you, bugger. Right, so we're going to get up. Best climb rate is actually at 18 nautical miles, so we can actually use the energy a little bit. Okay, cool. I think I actually noticed yesterday you said that you bought the A330. Was that on special as well, by the way? Because I mean, there was quite a few specials running on the Orb yesterday, or over this weekend as such. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know why they had the special, but it was a good one.
Stop crying, you made the decision.
All part of growing up, my friend. We all go through empty wallets and bank accounts at some point in time.
That's the thing about choice.
Going to turn away over the sea so we don't hit the mountain in cloud. Let's do a bit of a turning climb
I hope you're IFR rated.
I think so. Well, the cloud cover, the base and whatever else is a bit higher than what the meter
Quite
was
thick,
saying.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You're at what, 4,000 already?
Yep.
This is where you've got to watch your instruments like a hawk.
Hey, that's what I'm doing.
So easy to
And the
get
next
disorientated.
the next thing that you need to do is you need to use very small movements on the control interfaces.
Yep.
Otherwise you're dead.
You lose it quick.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast you die. Well, we'll just
Wow, this cloud is thick.
yeah. We'll just going to continue climbing, circling.
What's your optimum? 9?
9.5 is where we're going to. Ooh, now the wife's getting angry. Fortunately, it's not with me.
I was about to say, with you.
No, I'm okay. Let me just mute this mic quickly. Right, well, that is taking us closer to that VOR, and what we'll do is we can actually switch over to nav now. Let the autopilot take it further.
Need another 1,200 feet and we're there.
Mm-hmm. That's the wrong button. I want a pitot heat, my friend, not a parking brake. That leak spot is in a dangerous place.
See, you're slowly panicking because you know Rennie, he's over your shoulder watching you.
Of course. Take the pitch back a little bit and all that. Mixture seems fine. You just need to level out.
You're running lean now.
Yes, very.
I really miss my flying, you know.
You know, the last time, I recall the very last time that I flew that 210, we went through the clouds. It was like this. We were doing IFR coming back from Petersburg to Juneau. And when I was in this particular position, I was hearing, you know, in my imagination, Handel's Messiah. If you know
that's
that.
nice.
I mean, I was sitting there listening to Handel's Messiah in my own mind the whole time while I was flying like this. Yeah, the thing I love about flying is when you get into this position and you can't even see the earth, all your problems just disappear. It's like they don't exist. It's like you're just free. You're
Very
in God's
therapeutic.
country. Yeah, very therapeutic. You're in God's country when you're up here. Man, I'm gonna cry if I don't stop now.
What I used to like, I used to go down to the coast and I used to run parallel with the coast at about 800 feet, and you could see all the people looking up and some of them waving, and you imagined exactly what they were saying. God, isn't he lucky? Look what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's having a ball up there.
Yeah. And I tell you what, in this aircraft, this GTN 750 really makes it very nice for me. I love this. This is such an awesome little kit to have the GTN 750.
I don't know what sort of humidity you've got today, but ours is very high.
No, we don't have any humidity today. It's actually a very pleasant day here.
Well, we had a drop of rain yesterday and the temperature's gone up, and you can imagine the humidity has really rocketed.
Oh, we also had rain yesterday, strange enough. In fact, no, it was Friday. It wasn't yesterday, it was Friday. Alright, well, let's look at this flight plan quickly. 178 nautical miles to go.
I'm sorry about that, Liam.
Move, man. You're obviously in the wrong place. Just back up and go.
I love Swansea. I must admit, I do like Swansea. I've got friends up on the Gower. I forget the name of the site, but I used to go there quite often. And I used to go up to the airport as well, Swansea. I've got a friend who lives in Cardiff, and he's an instructor examiner. In fact, he was one that signed me off for my PPL.
Awesome.
Chris Good, you can look him up. Chris Good. Yeah, he's got his own aircraft down at Cardiff, and he tends to fly between Cardiff and Swansea. He's on his training for his guys. It's nice flying across the bay. Yeah, I mean, you know, the scenery around there is amazing. I personally used to enjoy hugging the coast and following it round rather than going across the water, because it's a longer trip for a start, so it's much more fun.
Please repeat your answer to Liam there about the altitude, John.
Yeah, well, it was a fun trip. So you're looking for scenery, so no more than about 1,500 feet. I mean, if it got bumpy, we'd have to get up just above 2,000 just to clear it. It can. I don't know whether you're aware of that rule. You know, if you get a lot of windy conditions and you've been thrown about a bit, the hard and fast rule is get above 2,000. If you can get above 2,000, it generally settles itself out. I've still got all my manuals there to do all my paperwork, exams. I really need to have a reread through them. It's amazing what you forget, but they're all there. I mean, they weren't cheap. I think they were about 150 quid. That's interesting, Nico.
What? What?
Look ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. I purposefully changed the weather in active sky. I made a custom weather area because there's no point in flying if we can't see where we're flying at. You know,
I was about to say you could bounce into the side of that quite easy.
Yeah. So I just fixed the weather quickly.
The timing was good.
Right, so now at least we can see what the area looks like without too much interference. I was looking at active sky, and the clouds do clear up closer to our destination, but why worry? Why not just enjoy it?
It's called cheating.
Well, it's still real weather. It's still, it's just, you know, depiction from a different day. Hey, Adam. You're welcome.
Morning, Adam.
Right, guys. There's a whole section of flight left here, And for those of you that don't know, my in-laws are on the way, so there's a couple of things I need to do. I'm going to leave the aircraft and I'll pop in every couple of minutes and so, but if you guys will excuse me, with your permission, obviously, I need to go and do whatever the wife needs me to do to keep her happy. And then we'll talk as I
And
come
so
back.
you should.
That's it. So, this is the third leg of 52 flight legs. So there's going to be a lot more GA on a Sunday coming in the next couple of months. I don't think this is going to take me a month. It might take more than a month, maybe 2 or 3 months to finish this tour. And obviously it gets boring in between and all those things unless we sit and chat and there's some nice sceneries. So you guys can come and go and enjoy yourselves with the stream, as it comes. There's no rules, so I don't expect anybody to sit here, and I am also now, like I said, going to run away for a short while. But for the rest, I hope the aircraft remains on autopilot, and we'll see each other shortly.
In effect, you're going to run and leave us. Well
Oh,
done, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly, I have to do a couple of things to keep the wife happy. So I'll put up my AFK notice, something like that. And like I said, I'll pop in every now and then. And if you guys have got something to do, by all means, go do that. Adam, yeah, thanks, Liam. Adam, yeah, I didn't invest in the Orbx stuff for the Great Britain. What I did was I just made my own author, just to answer you there. And this is obviously now P3D, and we're doing the P3D Orbx tour. So there we go. Guys, I'll chat with you later. John, be good. You're welcome to chat with the guys on stream, etc. It's in your hands. Or go do your thing as well. We'll chat later.
No, you know I'll sit tight.
Okay, cool. I'll be back shortly.
Good luck.
Mic off.
In short, Nico is pushing his luck a little bit this morning, I think. Well, that's interesting. Started again. My screen suddenly froze then. That's an affirmative. Adam, that's bad language as far as I'm concerned. P3D, but that's a private joke. I keep looking at this and wondering if how close we're going to get to one of these peaks. Safe altitude has to be at least 500 feet above the highest elevation that you're going to pass over. The problem with mountains, as you probably know, you've got updrafts, downdrafts, so you need to be clear of that. Good morning, Paul. Nico is in a situation this morning where he's got his in-laws coming, so he shouldn't really be flying, but he is. So he's sort of popped off to make good with his wife any chores that he needs to do. Updrafts and downdrafts, they're killers. In short, they're killers. I hit it a few times when I was in Spain, got just a little bit too close and found myself in a bit of a bother, and obviously managed to get clear of it. But you have to be made you have to be aware of it all the time. Thankfully, when you're studying for your PPL, they make a big thing about how the weather affects the aircraft, and you have to, you know, it's a fluid at the end of the day. A good example, an absolute good example. Yes, it does happen. Little story for you, I forget where I was flying. I think we were in the cruise, funny enough. We had just had our food served, and I got a glass of wine, and we dropped like a stone, and I've got this visual picture still of my wine up in the air where it had left the glass, and there's me trying to catch it on the way down again. Needless to say, I didn't catch it all. My trousers did. The saving grace was it was a white wine and not a red wine. I'm not so sure it was lucky, but yes, you have to be aware of the downdrafts and updrafts. I mean the altitude that Nick goes at the moment, I'd be ultra safe and probably be at least another couple of thousand above it, and even that doesn't save you. I live down in Spain, about an hour south of Alicante, near Murcia, and there's a place called I'm trying to think, which one was it? I think it's Murcia itself, and they've got a bit of a mountain range that surrounds that, and I was always very wary flying anywhere near that, or I always make sure I was well above it. God, how I miss those days, my aeroplane. I used to have a Morrigan M1. It's a Spanish aircraft. It's a slightly smaller version to a Cessna. And I watched the new Murcia airport, which is Corvera, which is Lima Echo Mike India, being built. I've got a couple of vids on YouTube that I uploaded in different stages of build, and thankfully somebody pointed me to the right direction. There's a basic version of Lemmy that's been released, and I flew in and flew out of it 2 days ago. Yeah, I used to fly there. I had a third share in an aircraft, the Morrigan M1, but my marriage fell apart and I had to walk away. But there you go, one of those things. Yeah, it's good fun. As long as you've got a good pilot who knows what he's doing. Do anything. I suffer from all sorts of problems. I can't go on these rides on the fair and things like that. But put me in an aeroplane, you can do whatever you like. Yeah, it's surprising, isn't it? Morning, Craig. It's there doesn't seem to be any rational thinking as to why. You get in an aeroplane, you feel 100% safe. You go on a ladder and your legs are shaking.
I am back.
Oh yeah, I've just put a link in for you. That was me flying over Lemmy as it was being built.
Okay, yeah.
I think I've got the link properly.
Cool. Somebody will complain if it's not proper. Hello, guys. Everybody that I haven't said good morning to. Nice to see you guys. I had a couple of things to do for the wife to keep the peace, so I'm back now. Hopefully, we can make Big Bear before the family comes.
Well, we've held everything together, Nico.
Looks like it. I'm very proud of you. You guys are really awesome.
We've had quite a chat with regards to the dangers of updrafts and downdrafts.
Okay.
A subject that you can't overemphasize when you're flying.
For sure. Right, so that's the progress map. One more leg, then we turn left and then we can actually land. So we're turning towards those mountains. Big Bear is somewhere on top of those mountains. Paul, I don't think it's modeled in XP. It is in fact modeled in Active Sky. And if you recall or go and watch that last or second last video of mine on Twitch, you will actually see the wind shear and the crap I went through with the winds there just on about the 10 nautical mile final. So that's a function of the weather engine more than just X-Plane. X-Plane, the weather engine X-Plane is very limited. It is actually shockingly limited in what it can do.
And was it not the same day I was subject to
Yes.
phenomenon? I was actually in the cruise and the aircraft just threw itself all over the place, managed to recover it and get back into the cruise again. But that there was no other explanation other than problems with the weather.
Yep, absolutely. So this looks like semi-desert here, huh? If it's not for the farmers watering their fields there, it's like desert. Wow.
I was saying to the lads, it was at that point as we came over the top of that range that I was relieved, because at least if I got an engine out, I've got some options now where I can land safely.
Yeah.
Well, now you're back, Governor, I'm going to grab myself a coffee.
That's fine. Right, so our first stop is going to be there by Big Bear City, so 59.2 nautical miles to go on that one. Hey Marius.
I'm back.
Excellent. We've got less than 60 miles to go to the first stop, which is that Big Bear, and then from there on we'll hop to Palm Springs.
And do you generally think that you're going to be able to complete it before the in-laws arrive?
No, no. I'll just adjust the heading of the video later on if we have to stop at Big Bear. And then once they leave, we obviously continue from Big Bear onto Palm Springs, and then we'll see if we can make Sedona as well today. That's going to be the final attempt for the day, I think, because that's a good 150 or so miles so that we need to fly, if not more.
Okay.
If we can do a good 2 or 3 legs, on a Sunday, we might not have to wait 3 months to finish the tour. It might go a bit faster. Then at least I can say I got something for the investment. No use in having it and I don't use the scenery.
Well, at some point I'm definitely going to be doing my flight back into Manchester for Ryanair.
Mm-hmm.
See, you've all gone quiet now. Nick goes back.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, it's beautiful here at the moment. All I can hear is bird song. Very relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see now that I'm sitting still and reading through all the stories here on the mobile. Looks like Facebook is still up and running. Nobody broke the place, so that's also a good sign.
No more bitching going on.
Nope. Nope. So far, sorry.
I see Tom closed all those negatives.
Yeah.
Mic off.
A lot of people showed their true colours in
Mic
that
on.
particular.
Yeah, which is sad, you know.
There was a lot of sheep in there as well.
Unfortunately. Alright, so the in-laws are 20 minutes early, so I've just told my wife that I'll come and talk to them the moment I land. I'm not gonna kill this stream just because of the last 20 minutes.
So they've actually arrived, have they?
Yeah, you know what? Let me go say hi to them and then come and...
I think you need to. I
Yeah.
think you need to.
Yeah. Let me go say hi to them and get them to sit and relax, have a drink or something. And then I'll quickly land there by Big Bear and then it's over and done with. So, give me 2 seconds.
Mic
No,
off.
don't rush. Go for it.
Mic on.
Yeah, I'm back. They're all happy and settled, so I'm okay.
They know you of old, Nico.
Yeah.
And my guess is they've primarily come to see the grandchildren, are they not?
Of course. And to have the lovely food my wife makes, you know.
Sure, so whatever you do, don't be late for that.
No. We just need to... I think there's about 30 miles left. Just finish this. It'll be done now. 36 miles.
Well, if you'll forgive me, once I've done the 36 and you're down, I'm going to sort my flight out and get that underway.
Of course, Uncle John. Of course. And then we'll catch up again later. Keep me informed as your progress.
You know damn well I will.
So I was sitting here in the week and I was checking that little peak coming up here in front of us, and I was wondering what's going to happen when we get there. We're going to have to quickly grab the stick and turn left, right, go over. What are we going to do? And then I noticed when we got close, we turned. So just before it, we're going to turn left.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about... What is the altitude of that, do we know?
I can guess if we're on 9.5, that's about, I would say 10.5, at least another 1,000
it looks
foot.
higher. It looks higher.
Yeah, definitely. Which is why the minimum safe altitude here is actually 11,000. So, yeah, we're gonna fortunately turn away from it.
You do realise you've got a diamond of a wife, don't you?
I do. I wouldn't trade her for anything. I was sitting here still thinking about last night's flight there in Peru. That was such an awesome approach, eh? That turn, flying by hand.
That whole flight was good fun.
Yeah,
That was
awesome.
good fun. Loads of banter.
Yeah.
Good fun banter.
I think the thing that triggered the memory was this mountain now in front of us. I mean, the way it looked when you looked from the tower side, it looked like we were going to turn into that mountain, and then the aircraft turns in front of it. It was so cool. It was just gorgeous. Yes, Paul, fantastic. You know, every time I'm going to say the word fantastic for the rest of my life, I'm going to miss Cloudy. I'm going to wonder where he's at and what he's doing. The GA was joking with me about the way I pronounce the word fantastic.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see too much of Cloudy on Facebook. I think he's sick to death of reading the negatives.
That's fine. We'll talk to him here on Discord.
Oh God, yeah, you and I will be certainly talking to him, but I think he's made his opinions very clear.
Now that peak over there, that second one, the furthest one, that's the one next to Palm Springs. That's how close we really are. It's literally a 30 nautical mile dip. You just go over this mountain, then you literally start to descend. Otherwise, you're going to be too high. It is so fast to get there to Palm Springs from here. It's not even funny. That's Ontario, just slightly behind our wing. That's Ontario. So just to put you in a picture where we are at now. Must be awesome to fly here in the real world, eh?
Absolutely. What sort of cruise speed are we doing, Mika?
.151 it seems, ground speed.
Thank you. That's knots.
Yes. It's about 130 indicated.
And knots to mile an hour is plus 15%, correct?
No, I don't know the miles per hour. Knots to kilometers is times 1.852.
Yeah, well, for miles, it's plus 15%.
Okay, you win. I don't know that one.
You do now.
Right, we're almost there. Winds 2 to 7 at 8 knots at this stage, so we'll see when we get close to the actual runway. Going to make our left turn basically now, and then go over the ridge and land.
I've got a screen freeze.
Yeah, it's like
It's opened.
it's reading the scenery and then it continues again.
Morning, Liam.
Hey Liam. That is unfortunately something that P3D still needs to fix, is that loading time of the scenery. It always freezes at certain points, and then you just got to think about it, and then it goes, and it's all good.
Breaks the spell, doesn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. But I tell you what, it's bloody much better than it used to be with all the micro stutters and crap we had, so this is actually awesome compared to the previous version. So that's probably Big Bear Lake, and that obviously is the town and the little airport there on the other side. We have a 08 and a 26. Looks like 26 will win. Okay, so we'll do like a left downwind and turn around and come and land.
Graphically, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but imagine having a little cabin somewhere in the middle of nowhere with a helipad.
Long trek.
Mm.
So what's the altitude of this airport then?
I'll tell you now. (6,752 feet).
Okay.
I see it took a second for my trim wheel to kick in there, and that's why we had the nose up, if you were wondering.
I did wonder.
Yeah, it just doesn't nose up. See, if you use the electric trim on the yoke and you use the actual wheel, the two goes out of sync, and the moment you touch the wheel, it obviously wants to go to where it was last time. You know, it doesn't keep track of what you do on the yoke.
It's a nice lake.
Yeah. Must be wonderful to have a house here. I'll probably prefer having a house here than in the middle of nowhere, you know. So, I mean, it must be, if you look on the right-hand side, there seems to be a bit of a community over there. You've got some jetties and some stuff there, even on the side. It must be wonderful. Paul, it's going to be because the air is much thinner. Your density altitude is way different up here. Your leaning, the whole effect is going to be different. Seems to be a bit of a community on the side. A couple of guys have thought it was a good idea to come and stay here. Well, there's the airfield on our left, so just need to do the left downwind thing, turn around, come back.
We got any crosswinds here?
Currently 257 at 5 knots, so it's winds calm.
5 knots isn't much.
No, it's winds calm. But like I said in the week, whatever Active Sky or P3D or in combination with each other did with the 2 latest updates on both sides has really brought the wind alive in P3D like never before. So it's like almost like X-Plane now. You've really got to think about what you're doing. It's a long time not static anymore like we were used to. If
Is
you
that the runway down on the left then?
Yes. If you look here on the right hand side, you'll see it come up on your screen shortly. It looks like they've got some ski areas here, you know, for the winter. It looks like genuine ski areas. Must probably be. Huh.
Bends the knees, bends the knees.
There you go. There's your airport again, John. You'll see it now.
Gotcha. Are you going to turn on the 45 degrees over your shoulder?
John, I'm a bit high and I'm scared of these little hills below me, so I'm just going to extend it slightly. I just want to go about to this hill here in front and I'll turn. Mr. Aviation Life will do that.
500.
Pitch for speed, power for descent. Right, let's get this right now.
You coming in on full flaps?
Yes, sir.
Landing speed? Question.
65, 70 now. 70.
That's because of the altitude.
Yeah.
Because normally it would be about 65, correct?
Yeah. We're just giving a little bit extra so we don't fall out the sky. Yeah. Come on. Oh, that's a terrible bounce. Come on, come on. You see, even I do stupid things like this. Oh, goodness gracious, we made it. All right, if it wasn't for the in-laws, I would have done a go around. That must have.
Oh my God, Nick! I
That
can't believe you
that
did that.
must have looked terrible from the side. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look, quick look. See if we can do
Can't believe you did that.
that. Oh, shit, man, it happens even to the best of us. Paul.
Yes, Paul. Why are you here?
No, please don't give him the
He's a walking disaster. Every time Paul turns up, we get problems.
No. That's all on me. I promise. That's all on me. I was an idiot. Look at that. I must be honest. I'd love to go and redo this, but I just don't have the time.
Hilarious, Paul. Hilarious.
If my real world instructor saw that, he would kill himself and me first.
Yeah, I think I'd be saying, have you forgotten everything I taught you?
Yeah. Ooh, what happened there?
No idea. All we've got is a blank screen.
Yeah, let's see why. What's happening? Hello? I've still got my screen.
No, we've got a blank screen.
There you go. That'll be back. No, look, I mean, I, for the life of me, will have to go and think what the hell happened there. I don't know what happened there. It looked so nice coming in there. It looked like I was going to ace it. It didn't look like it was anything funny, and then I started bouncing. Can you freaking believe it?
Paul, that's a very good tip.
Yes. We're gonna get one of those. Oh well, guys. That was hilarious.
So we don't get a replay then?
I showed you a replay. Didn't you see a replay?
No, didn't see anything, and I'm sure nobody else did. If
Okay,
I saw
hold on.
blank screen.
Yeah, hold on. Analysis, instant replay. No, we got to show you this. This is terrible. Freaking terrible.
I'm ready to scream with laughter.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, I see. I think I know what's going on here. It's the way that this thing captures the P3D. Right, are you ready?
I'm ready. Still got a black screen.
No, it's coming. Oof. Oh man.
Did we get a tail strike as well?
Probably. We'll have the mechanics check it out just now, and then when we come back later, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 or 2 little circuits here before we fly off to Palm Springs, just to practice my
Freshen up,
landings.
just to
Yeah,
freshen up.
yeah, absolutely. All right, but guys, that's it for me for now, and I shall check you guys later. Let me go and spend some time with the family.
You need to.
Yeah. Thanks for watching and laughing with me. It was awesome. Bye bye for now.
Bye, guys.